Skaijuice coming to you live and direct. I'm here at Virgil's Gullah Kitchen in West Midtown, and I am here to check out their healthy food choices for my healthiest life. So come on in and check it out. It's a new location. They have another location in College Park and another one coming to Conyers soon. So I'm gonna check it out. Come on in with me, okay? Alrighty, let's see. So we're gonna talk with the owner about his concept and get an idea of what he's doing here and what have you. So it's a really nice location. I hope folks can hear me. And is my voice loud enough?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. All right, cool. It's nice. It's definitely rush hour traffic, so you got a lot of cars going by, but I guess it's just a popular street anyway. So I hope you hear me over Jill Scott.
Yes.
But it makes the vibe nice here anyway. So yeah. But it's a nice location. I mean, the fact that you have an open seated patio makes it really nice. Nice place to hang out. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's nice. Come on over. So welcome. How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Good. So this is G Smalls. He is the owner of Virgil's Gullah Kitchen.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for being here, bringing all your people.
Yes, yes. I really want folks to come check it out. So, as I told you before, my mission is to really showcase healthy options anywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone still wants to go out and have a good time, go to cool places. And so I already know your location over in College Park. So I see you open a new location, which is booming.
Yeah, it is. So it's only been open for what, 2 months now. It's July, so yeah, we still getting our footing in the area, but so far so good. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell folks the concept, especially the Gullah Geechee thing? That's big.
So absolutely. And first off, I want to tell people how this thing even started, because the restaurant industry is not something that I had any intention on ever getting into. I've only gotten into the restaurant industry since opening up Virgil's, but the reason why Virgil's is here today is because my husband and I, we've been doing community events in the LGBT community for the past 12, 14 years. And one thing we found in Atlanta was that there was not a space owned by black gay men in Atlanta. We would go to these spaces, there would be black owned spaces, and we're not always feeling loved and affirmed in those spaces because we're LGBT. We would go to LGBT spaces and we're not always loved and affirmed because we're black. And so we just thought it was crazy that there was no spaces owned by us and as black as gay as Atlanta is, right? And so we made it our mission that we were going to open up a bar where men like us can come in and not only be, invited and accepted, but loved and affirmed and seen, right? And so that was our goal maybe 8 years ago. Fast forward, as we were looking for the space for this bar, we kept looking for places in the city. It wasn't happening. Places didn't want the concept. And we finally found a place in College Park. And the landlord gave us an opportunity. And we knew we had to serve food because we were serving alcohol. And we went from pizza to tacos to wings. We just didn't know what we were going to serve. But being that I was from Charleston, South Carolina, I'm a Gullah Geechee boy at heart. I've cooked since I was in middle school. I've always said I thought that Atlanta was like really lacking really good soul food, if you will. There were some spots, but no places where you can really come and get good food and stay and have a good time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we decided we would serve Gullah Geechee food because that's what I knew how to cook.
Thank you.
And we decided to name after my father, who's Virgil, because we believe that my father, who passed away just 3 months before my husband and I met, that he was guiding our steps the whole way. He was our spiritual guide, and this is like a love letter to him saying thank you for just manifesting everything in our lives, and so we named it after him, and it took off and became this restaurant that was all about the culture, all about the food. So it became an opportunity to teach people about the Gullah Geechee culture, and not only was it a space where men like us can, feel loved and affirmed, but it became a place for everybody, all people who celebrated that Black culture, the oldest Black culture in America. So black, white, straight, gay, it didn't matter. By the end of the day, we can invite you in now. This is our home, and it's for everybody, but it still served the purpose while even going beyond us. And so, Gullah Geechee culture. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. It's the oldest Black culture in America. It's the first Creole culture. A lot of people are familiar with, New Orleans and what that culture is like there, but Gullah Geechee culture is actually the first Creole culture. There's an official language called Gullah Geechee language. You see in our restaurant we have different definitions and stuff of what some of the words mean. Like come ya, you see come ya?
Yes.
Right here, that means come ya, means come here, come here.
Right.
We eat a lot of rice because our ancestors were brought over to Charleston to grow rice in marshlands because it was such a specific skill. Nobody really knew how to do it, but West Africans did, and that's where most of our people came from.
Right.
But 75% of actually Black Americans can trace their roots to Charleston because most of us came through the port of Charleston and were sold off. And so all of us are almost a little Gullah Geechee. If you trace your roots, most of us can trace our roots through Charleston. So us through the way we talk, through our rice, and through the culture. And we were able to preserve most of our West African culture because hundreds of years during slavery time, the land was left to us because of a drought. And so we were by ourselves, which allowed us to preserve a lot of that culture. And so Gullah Geechee culture is really a mix of that African and U.S. culture, which makes the first Black culture in America. So here we are. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to taste.
Cool.
And so these are healthy options. And so I know when you hit me up, you was like, I saw these healthy options. I know you have some things on your menu. But at the heart of it,
It's the rice.
it's where soul food started. Soul food, where would soul food start except the oldest Black culture in America?
Right.
And so everything has been evolved. And Southern food has evolved from soul food, but soul food has evolved from African food. Gullah Geechee food evolved from West African food, and it goes from there. And so you have your typical things on our menu, like the fried chicken, collard greens, the Black food. We definitely have those things. But we also have all the Gullah Geechee stuff, which this is our okra porlu. And it's really an okra pilaf.
Nice.
And so we brought okra to America.
Wow.
Gullah Geechee, West Africa brought okra to America. And so
okra is cooked in the rice.
It's cooked in the rice.
I love
and
it.
So you see a lot of okra in our culture because we brought okra here, so it's a part of our culture. So this is one of the things we cook. And like I said, we transform rice with everything.
Yeah.
And these are one of those things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, go ahead and taste that.
And let me ask you about the rice. Is it cooked with any meat product?
No, this is completely vegan.
Okay, cool.
So
this is black and salmon?
It's black and salmon. Obviously, that's pescatarian.
Yep.
This is our watermelon and cucumber salad, which is tossed with a vinaigrette. The watermelon, cucumber, pecans, and red onion. And normally has feta cheese, but I left that off for you today just to make it vegan.
Cool.
And then we have our world famous bussin' muffins. And bussin' means the food is good. And so this is made with sweet potato puree and it's drizzled with honey butter.
Okay, good. I'm gonna try all of this.
Yeah.
For folks who didn't know, I am pescatarian. I talk a lot about veganism, but I really want folks to eat as much vegetables as they can. But I do eat fish very sparingly, but time to time.
Yeah. Vegetables are important. Although the soul food could be a lot unhealthier sometimes, but we got to get our vegetables.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you. And so the blackened salmon is blackened with blackening seasoning as well as some Gullah Geechee, some Gullah seasoning.
Spice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the bussin'.
This is our most popular menu item, actually.
Oh, really?
And cornbread was something we eat in our culture, but I didn't really eat it all the time. I didn't really like cornbread, but everybody kept coming saying, I need cornbread. And so I was like, well, it can't be regular cornbread. So I decided to put a little sweet potato puree in the culture. And we inherit that sometimes. But I want to let people know that watermelon, we should be proud of eating watermelon because watermelon, when slavery had ended, watermelon was one of the things we sold to make money and pay our bills.
Yeah.
So we should be very proud of eating watermelon.
And we should eat
so I
a lot
wanted
of
to.
watermelon.
We should eat a lot of it.
A lot
and
of it. It's so
and
good
it's
for
why
you.
I wanted to make sure I incorporate into our menu to celebrate watermelon, which really, you know, helped us as we ended slavery back in the day. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
And mixing watermelon and cucumber
Yeah.
are
Is that
they're
refreshing?
cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're cousins, and they go together, and they're
Yeah.
hydrating.
Yeah.
Everything is so tasty. Thank
I'm
you.
glad you like it. And I thank you guys for coming. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much for
I'm gonna
coming.
bring
I'm glad we was
some.
able to make this happen too.
Oh, I'm glad too,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna bring some friends.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna come back. So,
you.
you guys, you gotta check out this new location. You can check out the one out in College Park too. But this is giving me like I'm feeling like getting a bunch of friends and we can all hang
Yeah.
out here. You know what I mean? It's a little more space here.
It is more space.
It's actually way more space.
And it's more, you know, although College Park is on Main Street, there's a lot of hustle and bustle, but obviously in the middle of the land, you get the skyline.
Yeah, we're
And even if you're on the
outside.
rooftop, so you get it's a different vibe. It is a different vibe, yeah.
So I want y'all to come out here. You can have fun. You can eat your, how do you call it? Push? The fried,
Push.
The push, the fried push.
Which means fish, we call it push.
Push. You can eat your fried foods as well.
Yeah.
And then the folks who are on their program and plan, you know what I'm saying? And
That's
trying to
awesome.
keep it light and healthy and so we can, you know, get our beach body by next summer.
Yeah.
Then you can still come and have a good time and enjoy yourself. So thanks again. Thanks, Gia.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Is it all?
I pressed finish, but I don't think it's done.